you set a target date of August 1st to create a framework for a political transition.
Yeah.
How would you evaluate how close you are to meeting that target date of August 1st?
As you're right, the Secretary talked about it as a target. So did Foreign Minister Lavrov talked about it as a target. And we're mindful of the clock. We're mindful of the calendar. I can assure you that. Again, it underscores the importance of the Secretary's trip to Moscow and the conversations that he intends to have there. We're obviously also mindful of where the political process sits right now, which is that there hasn't been suitable progress moving forward. I'm not going to predict what's going to happen in a couple of weeks or not, but clearly we are not ignorant to the fact that achieving some sort of groundbreaking political development in 2 weeks is not likely. That doesn't mean that these still aren't discussions worth having, and it doesn't mean that we still shouldn't strive to try to meet the basic milestones that were laid out in the resolution, and we're going to do that. And again, that's one of the reasons why the Secretary feels it's important to head to Moscow.
Secretary also said at the beginning of May that if there wasn't progress seen in the next couple of months on this and working towards that target date, that Assad should expect a very different track. Is there any movement on that and the idea of this different track since we've seen so much progress?
I'm just going to let the Secretary's comments stand for themselves. Yeah.
What happens? What's the plan for August 1st? It seems you're treating it more like a goal than a hard deadline. So do you just shift the goal then, or what?
Well, as the Secretary said all along, it was never considered a deadline. He even said when he talked about it as a target, and obviously we still would like to achieve that target.
But you won't be able to use it in the next 2 weeks,
we're certainly
right?
mindful that with 2 weeks to go, as I said, that a major breakthrough on the political process is most likely not likely. That doesn't mean, though, that it's not important to go to Moscow and to have discussions about how we can better get there, to include a discussion about the cessation of hostilities and the humanitarian aid, which has been a real obstacle to moving the political process forward. And so the Secretary is going to be interested to talk to Russian leaders about their ideas about how we can achieve that outcome. It's not about moving goals. It's about achieving the goal itself. And the larger goal is a political solution to the problem in Syria.
I mean, I understand that, but if you put a date down as a way to kind of keep the talks focused and
sure, dates like that, targets can help to be forcing functions.
Then at a certain point, if there's just no progress, you just indefinitely extend the date, or you take a different approach, or what?
Well, obviously, we need some different approaches. And again, that's one of the reasons why the Secretary is going to Moscow. We have not achieved the level of peace and security in Syria that we want to. And so, as I said earlier, we have proposed some alternatives and some options, and the Secretary looks forward to discussing those ideas with Russian leaders and any ideas they might have